yeah, I'm not gonna bother continue watching it because obviously now I'm streaming on YouTube from my laptop. Right, one sec. Right, let me see. Yeah, big up Jimmy Bradshaw. A man said, remember to monetize this time. You always forget. Respect. I like that. I like my viewers, them. I like my supporters, them looking out for me. Yeah, I respect that. That actually goes a long way, you know, that goes more than a long way. That goes longer than a super chat. Just think about it. If I don't monetize and, you know, how many hundreds of people watch it, then I ain't going to get paid from that. So, yeah, respect, man. That means man's looking out for me. That's what I expect. I expect my supporters them to look out for me. You know, I actually thought about this the other day. I'm not even joking. I mean, I don't joke about nothing. But literally, let's say I was stranded somewhere. And let's say for some stupid reason, I couldn't use my mobile phone to make calls. I could only go onto TikTok. If I'm stranded somewhere, I don't know, on the fucking M1 somewhere, and I say, yo, SOS, I'm not joking, my car or my bike is broken down, I would expect someone to come pick me up. I would expect one of you, man, to come and pick me up. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I'd expect some random person I don't know their face to come and pick me up. Yeah, because I feel like I provide a lot of value to you, man. Tell you something, yeah? If a certain somebody with a bald head and glasses, talk about the Matrix and that, if he said he was stranded somewhere, I would go down there. Not even on no fan shit. I feel like, you know what? A man has brought so much value to my life. I feel like I owe a man. I feel like I owe a man. Yeah. Yeah. I will drive down. See, I ain't gonna fucking fly to a different country and that. But yeah, I'll go and help out, man. Yeah. I would just hope that I would be, because I want to go there and then there's 10 other people there before I'm like, I'm fucking wasting my time, innit? You know what I mean? I would go and help them. I say, yeah, I would expect, no joke. If I put out SOS, like, yo, or let's say, yo, you man, I'm stuck in Dubai, I need £500 for a flight. I'd expect you lot to rise up some money together and send me that money. Yeah. Because I feel like I've been providing value. You know how much man hit me up? Yo, because of you, I've qualified as an electrician. A man didn't even know what to do with himself until we started watching a JY's TV. So yeah, you owe me. It's not about money or anything like that. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, you man owe me. I ain't gonna come looking for you. But yeah, I feel like you man owe man. But really and truly, you owe your parents. Really and truly, you owe your bloodline. Imagine your ancestors. Imagine your great-great-grandfather times 10. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I was sitting there thinking, I wonder who. So the furthest I can go back is I know who my mum is, obviously. I know who my mum's mum is, obviously. I know who my mum's mum is. So I know who my great grandma is. I've heard of my great grandmother's mother and father, but before them, I don't know. So I think to myself, like, I wonder who the person was, like, you know, great grandfather times 10. You know what I mean? And I was thinking to myself, like, if he knew who I was, he would be proud of me. Furthermore, like, my dad don't know me. Yeah, he don't know me. If my dad was to find out about me, he would be proud of me, 110%. So you owe it to your bloodline. You owe it to the people that came before you to make them proud. Imagine, yeah, especially if you look like me, you come from a descendant of a slave. Imagine, yeah, what your ancestors went through. Imagine that torture, all them mad violations. Yeah, you're somebody's pet. Hmm? Imagine you to be alive in the easiest time. I know it's the easiest time. Do you know why? Because in this modern day and age, you have more millionaires that look like me. So I know it's the easiest time we're living in right now. So imagine all of that pain and hardship your ancestors then went through for you to be living in a time where it's the easiest for you to sit on your ass, play video games, whilst your cigarette or your fucking zoot has embers on it and you're complaining about black oppression instead of getting up and doing some fucking work. You should be ashamed of yourself, boy. Right, let's see, check the comments. Was electrics your first and only job ever? Yeah. Yeah, funny enough, I was saying to a tenant that, I mean, a couple of tenants and that asked me, like, I think even today, I think, yeah, two tenants asked me today, but obviously in the past, like, you know, every now and then a tenant will ask you, how did you get into being an electrician and that? So I will tell them, but yeah, I say to them, listen, you know, like some people have worked here, worked there. You know, like certain people have worked for BT, Sky, Auto Trader, City Fiber, and that. Yeah, like a 6 month shadow in a man and that. I ain't done none of that. Just being an electrician and an electrician only. Obviously, you know, I've had many different jobs and that. Worked for different companies, had that because of my rebel ways and that. But yeah, just being an electrician. That's it. None of this changing careers. No being a stripper. Then well, I'm gonna be an accountant. Then I'm gonna be a plasterer. And then I'm gonna go. Nah, none of that nonsense. Nah. Just being an electrician. Why did you change companies? I just kept on getting fired, you know. Kept on getting fired. You say something I don't like, you will not be my boss. It's as simple as that. I get along well with my boss right now. He's so cool, the coolest boss ever. If he says something I don't like, then I will have no boss. Yeah, I will fire myself. How did you get references for the next company? So to be fair, yeah, like from 017 until 2021, I've always just worked for like agencies. So you work for agencies and that, and then you know, like let's say like with agencies and that. I mean, they don't even give a damn about your previous employment. They just care about getting you on a contract or getting you on a site. So what will happen is, yeah, let's say yeah, you sign up to an agency. I'm not gonna say any agency's name because it might make them sound bad for this, innit? But I'm signed up with various different agencies, yeah. They will phone you up and that, and they say, "Oh, we got this contract in Stratford, or we got this contract at Holborn, or we got this contract in Covent Garden." There might be 12 to 14 weeks work. Yeah. Now, when you get there, it's only fucking 8 weeks. Well, they always fucking lie to you in that. But they don't give a fuck who you are. As long as you're qualified, they don't give a damn, yeah, what crimes you've committed in the past. They just need to get numbers over there because they get money from sending you over to construction sites. I don't know how much, I don't know how it works, but what I'm saying is a lot of them get money for sending you to construction sites and that. So it's in their best interest. So they don't give a shit, yeah, what you've done in the past and that. They just want to get your black ass over there. So yeah, obviously man will get fired from bare different jobs and that. And then yeah, I'll just work at whatever contract for X amount of time and that. And just keep it moving. Obviously, the infamous Holborn job was the best job ever, innit? The best job ever. That job there cannot be tested. Obviously, this contract I'm on now, this is a good contract. Very cushy. You know what I'm saying? I don't even feel like I'm at work. I just feel like I'm the caretaker, to be fair, man. Just drive around and just, you know what I mean, chat to the tenants and that, do a little bit of work and that. But yeah, the infamous Holborn job, earning 2,500 a week, blood. That's some good money, boy. Man saved every penny of it as well. Right, let's see. Do agencies care about experience? In my opinion, I don't think they do. Like I was saying, I think they just want to throw people on a construction site and that's it. Why do you think Africans do better than Caribbeans in education and income? Because their parents push them to do better. You know, if you compare 20 African households compared to 20 Jamaican or Caribbean households and that, the African parents, they're pushing their kids more to be educated. They're pushing their kids more to, you know, be higher earners and that, as opposed to Caribbean any day. Now, I know some Jamaican or some Caribbean person gonna come in and, well, my mom, yo, that's your mom. I'm not talking about the minority. I'm not talking about one man's mom. I'm talking about the majority. The majority, oh, they don't give a damn, man. They don't give a damn. This person called Angry Man on YouTube must have asked, Jay Wise, you ever been in an environment where it's you against everyone? Yo, listen, I create enemies where I go. Okay, so that's just my mentality. It's like I don't give a damn about going to a new environment and fitting in. Me, I'm on my own. I don't look to make no new friends when I, you know, get into a new environment and that. And I want to join no cliques, join no crews. Not gonna revert back to Islam. Told you lot already. When I touched the landing on the wing, the Imam tried to come to my cell. I'm okay, thank you. Don't give a damn who's on this wing and who is a Muslim. I'm not interested. But yeah, I mean, I don't remember going, you know, entering any environments feeling like. But that's the thing. Even if everyone's against me, and I don't even feel like, oh, you know, I'm a victim and that. Obviously, there was one time there, like on this road, where obviously I'd done something, not mad or nothing. But anyway, they called the police on me, and about 8 to 10 people came out to give reports about me and that. And I didn't even get arrested. And they had me on camera pushing someone as well. And I still didn't get arrested. It was 8 to 10 white people against 1 black man. And they let me off. And they had me on camera that day and a few months before acting like a lunatic. And they still let me off. Yeah. They still let me off. If they really wanted to, they could have put the handcuffs on me. No problem. I remember that day. None of you have experienced this before, which is a good thing, obviously. You don't want to be getting yourself in trouble. 8 to 10 people came out to make reports about me. And the police just dismissed all of them. Oh, he done this to my car. He done this to my daughter's car, allegedly. Oh, he's been doing this and, you know, yeah, allegedly. It's all lies. It's all lies. Why did they call the Jakes? Some woman tried to run her mouth and try get close to me. Yo, I had to push her away, blood. Don't come in my face. You're dealing with a bigger, more aggressive, more violent animal. Know yourself. You're not about this. See, this is the problem with women, yeah? And big up Marquette, the saint and the sinner. Man, I don't want to say nothing to get this live banned so soon. I've only been on the live 60 minutes and that. But basically, there was a, let me use some words that I've learned off of TikTok from other people. There was a feefowl, yeah, running its mouth. And Marquette, you know, the saint and the sinner said, the reason why you feefowls can run your mouth, yeah, is because you know if something happens to you, you're going to run to the police. And that's the realest truth. The only reason why certain people run their mouth, male and female, yeah, run their mouth is because they know the police are here to protect me. If there was no police, yo, you don't be in fucking problems. You'd be in problems. Just got late. So someone just got laid off at 30. Savings depleted after being a carer for a parent. Too late for a career change. No, it's never too late. You know what you should be doing? You should be making TikTok videos. Get off TikTok or get off YouTube. Stop watching JY's TV. Start producing instead of consuming. Told you that already. You lot should have 3 accounts going. Whatever you're into, motorbikes, podcasts about mandem and their prison experience or their street, you know, what it was on when they was on the streets and that, football, boxing, whatever, conspiracy theories, whatever. Get videos off of the internet, like YouTube, cut them up and bang them on TikTok. And eventually you will start making money. The reason why I say do 3 at once is because it might take you quite a bit of time to build up a following on one account. You know, you may, and obviously it's all about discipline and that, but at the same time, you still want to try and be motivated as long as, you know, as much as possible. If you've got 3 accounts going, then, you know, you're less likely to be demotivated than that when you're getting engagement from 3 accounts as opposed to 1 account. Jay Wise, you ever wonder who made the concept of bills? What do you mean, what bills? As in, like, you've got payments to make, like gas and electric? I like this comment, you know. So this Lloyd A person said, that's why, so obviously I'm talking about people being disrespectful and that. So Lloyd A said, that's why people in USA are more respectful because people carry blammers. Yeah? Yeah. You see, when people know other people are capable, they know and they understand that you need to show respect. Listen, in prison, respect is the most important thing. Do you know why? Because if you disrespect somebody, you might get put in a box, blood. At least you might be leaving that wing on a stretcher. You see, people who are very disrespectful on that, 99.9% of the time, those people are not on nothing. You see, they don't mind provoking people because they know they're not going to do nothing. Me, I don't want to provoke nobody. I don't want to be put in a position where anyone's going to say anything because I know I'm going to want to do something. I don't want to be going to bed that night thinking, yo, I should have really done something to this person. I've got stuff to lose. So, you know, I don't even want to put myself in them positions there. Like, even when I go to restaurants and that, I don't want to sit next to no damn idiots because I will put it on them. And if they give me any back chat, I'm going to kick this thing off. I'm not going to sit there and I don't argue with people. I'm not going to sit there and argue with people. So people that are not about nothing, I guarantee those people there, they have no respect in that because they can't even fathom the concept of this team going to that sort of level and that. I guarantee you, yeah, if you got in a room full of 10 guys and these guys, they're all certified, they're all seriously about this, and everyone in that room knows that the other guy, everyone in that room is about this, like they know each other and that. Yeah, just think about all the biggest names on the road. Yeah, but you know, them guys, they are certified, they're 100% serious in that. If you put 5 or 10 of those guys in a room and they all knew about each other and they all knew, yeah, my man's serious and that, yeah, he's done this and done that, everyone in that room will respect each other. Do you know why? Because they know if someone disrespects someone, you might be, they might be trying to get you out there. Yeah, they might be trying to get you out there for real, blood. So the people that don't have respect, a lot of the time, the people who are a nuisance, it's because they're not on nothing. Me, I'm on stuff. That's why I'm such a quiet person. I don't make no noise or nothing like that. Whereas the dumbass idiots and that, they're the people that are loud and that, they're the ones that are not on nothing. Because they don't mind a little bit of trouble because they know it's not really gonna go nowhere. Me, when it's trouble, it's gonna go somewhere. And it usually ends up with me getting taken away in handcuffs. My dumb neighbors at the old house, so you know, property number 6, you know, like I said to you before, that was a crime scene. I ran up in there and smacked up 3 of them in the yard and that. Do you know why? Because they ain't got no fucking respect. Because they don't understand that things can actually go a certain distance and that. They ain't got no life experience. This is the problem, yeah? You see with these people in Northampton, yeah, why I don't like them? They think everything is talking. Yo, where I'm from, ain't no talking, blood. There's minimal talking. These people in Northampton think, yeah, that you can get away with arguing or shouting or swearing at people. I told you that already, yeah? These people, they blow my mind. I remember one time I was driving my car. It's a 2-lane road going one way. One-way road, 2 lanes. There was one Asian girl in a silver Polo to my right. I'm in the left lane. I needed to get in the right lane, yeah? So we're both driving, and she was driving a little bit slow. There was a little bit of a gap in between her and the car in front. Sometimes just, you get me, yeah? Just swiped into the lane onto the right, and that, boom, gone into the right lane. So obviously I've overtaken her now, well, undertaken her technically. Sam just said, look in your rear view mirror. I've looked up. I'm seeing middle fingers over the steering wheel. Yo, this is a proper Asian girl, you know. Yo, I was thinking, I was like, yo, this is a girl, fam. Don't pull up your handbrake in the middle of the road and that. They don't understand that, yo, these people in Northampton, yeah, they will beat their horn at you. Fam, if you beep your horn at the wrong person on the ends, you're going to be in problems. Beeping your horn at someone is like shouting or swearing at someone. You shout, you swear at someone, you're going to be in problems. They just don't understand. They just don't understand these people, man. Right, 99 comments. 99 messages. Yo, listen, you best watch yourself about where the hell is my book. If I'm being honest, I just don't believe you. Like, no one else has had this problem with a book getting delivered to them and allegedly I just don't get it. So it's from Enfield. Someone said, "Are you African?" Nah, man, I'm Jamaican, blood. Jay Wise, you know my cousin Pato Mabel, I can't pronounce that. From Wood Green, he made a song called Robin Man. Oh, every day I'm Robin Man, every day I'm Robin Man. I remember that tune. How much you put down for your first mortgage? 13,600. Yeah, my email is jwisetv@outlook.com. So yeah. jwisetv@outlook.com. Jwise, I hope I can end up with a few properties like you in the future. Yeah, man, just stay disciplined, save your money. You know, in order to be able to save money, work overtime, work on the weekends, and just don't spend your money on nonsense. Stop being a sheep. Bam! Yeah, stop that nonsense. Stop worrying about what everyone's doing. Stop FOMO, all that nonsense. Yeah, jwisetv@outlook.com. Yeah, nice one for writing it down. Yeah. No, I wouldn't be in this position if I had a sheep mentality. And that's the thing, yeah. Please tell me, yeah, all you people that wear all these Rolex watches, all these designer clothes and that, how is that better in your life? How? You think, yeah, by driving a Mercedes is truly gonna get you girls? Do you know how many guys right now, yeah, are dealing with 8s, 9s, maybe even some, maybe not 10s, but 8s and 9s, and they're driving some average car. Furthermore, the girl is driving them around. Oh, you don't need nice cars on that to get girls. And so I got a £12 Casio analog. Yeah. Do you think uni is worth it if eventually you want to own properties and that? I mean, getting educated will never not be worth it. You know what I mean? Big up man like Incognito. Jay, the amount of L's I took from my properties, I'm down to 4 bags. I'm thinking to take out personal loan for my savings as a way to get deposit and pay off slowly and wait for 4 years for the deposit. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been saying. So a man said, yeah, obviously, basically, in a nutshell, he's trying to say that it's going to take too long to save up a deposit. So he wants to take out a personal loan. Yeah, do that. Do that. Listen, we need to find ways to skip steps and fast track this thing. It's not about cheating. By the end of the day, we don't live for 200 years. You've got, a good 30 years as an adult of, good health, yeah? And then at some point you're on a decline and that. So you want to try and get rich as soon as possible the legal way. So yeah, Nadia said you can do it with Santander or Saffron. Said age. Yo, I'm 20. I just bought my first property in London, 2-bed flat. Been watching since I was 18. Come on, man. Thank you for the guidance. No, say big up. Come on. What's the main goal with the money you get? Do you want to travel or something? I just enjoy earning money. I enjoy the journey as well. I enjoy working. I enjoy being productive. You know, yeah, when I look forward to the weekend, I don't think, oh, yes, the weekend's coming. Gonna go to this restaurant, gonna socialize with these people. No, I love having my weekends free. I always look forward to my weekends, as most of you lot do, but you lot look forward to your weekends for different things than that. If it's my weekend where I'm going down to Edmonton, I'm like, yeah, right, get to go down to Edmonton now. But if it's my weekend up here, I'm like, yes, I've got Saturday and Sunday to myself. No one to trouble me. No one to disturb me. I get to just do what I want. I've got 48 hours. And really and truly, my weekend pretty much starts from Friday at 2 p.m. as well, you know. So I got more than 48 hours. I'm all got like fucking 58 hours, yeah? I've got 58 hours or JY's time, and I can just do whatever the hell I want. So I enjoy just working. I enjoy, all right, cool, boom. Gonna make some videos, gonna cut up some videos and that, gonna do a little bit of work at my house and that. Take my motorbike out for a ride and that. Love it. Love it. Even yesterday, like a lot of my jobs got cancelled and that. So I was like, fuck it. I'm having some problems with my motorbike, my red one. So I took my motorbike all the way down to northwest London quickly. Done what I needed to do. Then I just quickly went to Edmonton quickly. And then yeah, came back up here. That was the quickest journey ever, yeah. So I timed it. So where the A10 meets the M25, it was 6 o'clock. Basically, it was 5:59. Yeah. So where the A10 meets the M25, it was 5:59. I said, right, I'm gonna keep an eye on the time. Boom. I'm gonna time it all the way up until I get to like the start of Northampton, which is where the M1 meets the A45. That's the A road in Northampton, A45. 47 minutes. Obviously, I was bombing it down the road. Obviously, I was bombing it down the road. Yo, even the other day, man was hitting 160, you know. Man hit once. I hit 160 initially, and then I went for it again. I think I hit like 163. Yo, when you're doing 120 miles an hour, that's like 70 miles an hour. Yo, when you start pushing it to like the 140s and that's like doing 100 miles an hour in a car. Yo, when you're doing the 160s and that, you're just in a different threshold. I'm like, yo, this thing's getting dangerous now. Yeah. The other day I was on the bike. I don't know, it was like Tuesday last week. And I'm like, right, there's no traffic, like there's no cars ahead whatsoever, really. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me try and like hit 160 because my top speed on my R6 is 156. Let me at least try and hit 160, yeah. So boom, man's going for it now, isn't it? Yeah. And like, anyway, so man's hit 160. So then I slow down. I'm like, right, let me try and do a little bit more on it. So boom, man's hit like 163 and that. Yo, there was a speed camera. I saw it in the distance and that. Yo, do you know how long it takes to slow down from 160 to 70 miles an hour? I'm thinking to myself, if there are any cars or there's something in the road, it's game over, rude boy. Game over. Yeah, got hitting them 160s and there's man that be doing 180 down the road as well. It's on another level. yeah, it just gets crazy in that. Yeah, them 160s, boy. On a bike, 120 kilometers an hour feels fast. I mean, I don't know how much 120 kilometers is. I think maybe that like 70. I don't know. But nah, the reason why 120 kilometers might feel fast to you on a bike is because your bike's slow. Because I'm telling you, yeah, I keep getting caught out, yeah, around like just on the bike. Like, yo, I'll think I'm doing 30 miles an hour and I'm doing 55. It literally on this bike here, you just don't even feel the speed until you look down and you see the numbers, bro. You'll be doing 100 and it feels like you're doing 50. No joke. No joke. But yesterday, when I got back to Northampton, I'm at the lights, and obviously, man's going around the bends and that, going nice and low and that. Anyway, some guy must have pulled up to me in a Tesla. So I'm at the front, he's at the front. Yo, as soon as the light went green, he was gone. The Teslas, I've heard about them cars. I've heard about them Teslas. Yo, ain't no R1 keeping up with no fucking Tesla. Not off the line. Maybe a rolling start, so you're both doing 100 miles an hour or 70 miles an hour, and you're like 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, maybe a R1 might be able to have a Tesla, or maybe a higher Bussa. Maybe the Bussas might be able to have the Teslas and that in a rolling start. But off of the line, yeah, like going from naught to no way. They're just too quick. They're too quick. Like the way this guy took off was like I was on a 125 trying to race a 1000. Gone. The guy was gone. Them Teslas on another level, man, because they're electric, obviously. Yeah, this Metal Snake person said electric cars have instant torque. Oh, motherfucker was talking all right. Yeah, he was talking all right. Trust me. He was gone, bro. I have to keep canceling. Why is there always some guy from Pakistan trying to join the live? Mr. Zubair Rajput. Well, go put your blood clot somewhere else. Man want to do a split screen and he's just sitting there, just staring at the screen. You know, how do I block this person? Man, just want to probably just one guy just wants to just man are just bored. There's a lot of people on this earth that have no fucking purpose, man. So many people just wasting their time just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. You need to find purpose in something that's going to make you some goddamn money. Instead of that's what I'm saying. Everyone's just distracting themselves. Even yesterday, yeah. So when I'm on my motorbike, I notice it the most. A lot of people are on their phone. Let me tell you something right now, yeah. Before mobile phones were invented, car drivers never used to do this. When you're on a motorbike and you're passing a bunch of people, you just see people doing this. What is down there? What is down there? They must be on their phone, innit? So I just came to conclusion like yesterday and before as well. Like, yeah, before mobile phones were invented, no one was ever doing this whilst they're driving and that. Yeah, what is down there? Yeah. So anyway, for some reason, Cycling Mikey popped into my head. And I was thinking, yeah, Cycling Mikey, if he was on a motorbike, he would have a field day with these people because the amount of people you can pass on a motorbike and just catch them on their phone is unreal. And if you know anything about Cycling Mikey, like he has like a South African accent, but he's technically from Zimbabwe. That's an individual that has no purpose. The reason why he wants to go around and catch people and that, he's made it his purpose because something happened to his dad in his home country. What the hell has that got to do with Britain? Okay, your dad, you get me, was taken out by a drunk driver and that. What the hell has that got to do with British drivers if it happened in your home country of Zimbabwe? Who knows? But yeah, I was just thinking like, yeah, this guy would have a field day with the amount of drivers that I see, you know, on their phone and that, because it is actually mad. Like people just on their phone. And that. I just thought of something as well. So like, his favorite line is, "Hey, I'm going to be reporting you." Now, obviously, like I said, he's got like a South African accent, although he's from Zimbabwe. Obviously, I'm assuming they speak quite similar and that they're both Southern African countries, Zimbabwe and South Africa. And I was thinking to myself, if this guy ever tried that in South Africa, like if you know about South Africa, yo, it's the wild, wild west out there. In the baddest parts, yo, you don't want to go South Africa. Long. Listen, let me tell you something about South Africa, yeah? I met a guy from South Africa and he told me that at night time, when you're driving through certain places, when you see a red light, you slow down, but you don't stop unless you have to. Because if you stop at that light, yo, you're getting pulled out of that car, if not blammed in your head first. I was thinking, like, if Cycling Mikey like ever wanted to try that, like, yo, don't ever go South Africa. Because a man will pull up. So you know, like he love to say, right, that's it, I'm gonna be reporting you. Yo, he will go up to someone in South Africa. Right, I'm gonna be bam! They will just shoot him. Right, I'm gonna be bam! Blow his blood clot away, yeah? The man don't play about in South Africa. I see a video where, you know, like you got like them Securicor vans where they transport the money boxes and that. Like, so they'll go to like the post office, pick up 40 grand and take it to somewhere and that. Yo, there was one video in South Africa and that these guys must have been following one of them vans. They just started shooting at the van. Headshots, you know. Luckily, the van had bulletproof glass. It was dumping at the van. They will take you out over there. It's no joke. Press 1 in the chat if you know what happened to Katie Price when she went to South Africa. Madness happened to Katie Price in South Africa when she went. Press 1 in the chat if you know. You didn't hear what happened to her. So over 10 years ago, maybe up to 15 years ago. So between 10 to 15 years ago, she was out in South Africa filming for something. Not like a movie, but I don't know, innit? Anyway, she was on like a bus, you know, like a mini bus. 7, 8 people can fit on it kind of thing. Yo, she had her and her crew on it. You know, like whoever the people were, not security or nothing. Some South African guys, they hijacked the van. They must have obviously beat up the man and that. And they violate, yeah? Scraped. Mad. The man were taking turns, you know. Nuts. You best keep your ass in England, but certain countries out there, yeah, they're no joke. Certain countries out there, yo, you touch that country and that, your head needs to be on a fucking swivel, blood. Your head needs to be on a swivel. Even one of my brethren, yeah, he went to Nigeria. Like, he's English, like, you get me? He's born over here like me, innit? Obviously, I'm not Nigerian. I'm a Jamaican. But anyway, so he's gone to Nigeria and that. Yo, they had to hide in a bush after they got out of the airport. Some guys tried to kidnap them. Imagine that. Imagine going on holiday to like what you'd call your home country, even though we ain't Nigerian like that. Imagine me going to Jamaica and I'm having to hide in a bush because man are trying to nap me. I'm going out there for a holiday, you know. I'm trying to get away from yeah, man trying to get away from Edmonton and Tottenham and man trying to get away from North London and that. Going from one ghetto to another, forget that, blood. Forget that. It's similar or the same. I said, bro, you live in London, right? You cannot stay. Nah, man, I'm living up in this Northampton area for the moment. For the moment, I'm trying to get out still. But obviously, man's down on the weekends in Edmonton anyway. So I mean, I was in Edmonton yesterday. Like a weekday trip. Said love for airing me. Listen, if you want to get noticed, yeah, why don't you send a super chat into fucking in YouTube? What do you think of Rob Moore saying there's a property crash? Do you know what? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a super versatile human being, or you know, I just anticipate the highs and lows of life and that. Like, yo, if there's a property crash coming, it's just like, okay, cool, all right. You know, I don't know. Yeah, like a lot of people, yeah, like they fold under a tiny bit of turbulence. I don't know. Maybe because I've had so much beef in my life, and because I've had like bad things happen to me, and I've been in some dangerous environments, and that. Like, I'm not saying prison is dangerous and that it can be dangerous and that, but because I've had been tested at some real levels in my life and that, a little property crash ain't gonna fucking hurt me, you know. Just I know, yeah, certain people ain't really been through nothing. Like you see, like when you come across people talking about, yeah, I want to go skydiving or I want to go bungee jumping and that. They need that excitement and they need that danger in their life. Why? Because they've never had no excitement. They've never had no danger in their life, in real life. They've never been chased down the road where there's guys with knives on them. They've never been caught and stabbed up a couple times. You know, they've never been rushed. They've never been to prison. They've never had to run from the police and run in and jump into the allotments and that because they've come out of prison. They've been on road for 7 days. And because they beat up someone, the police will come in. They had to run because they don't want to get recalled back to prison. They ain't been through nothing. When you see people want to do all these skydiving and bungee jumping and that, I'm not saying every single one of them, but 99.9% I guarantee you it's because they've never had no real challenge. They've had no real danger in their life. They live sheltered lives. They've never had no royal rumbles in the road. Like, yo, us, man, have gone over there and kicked the shit out of them lot. You know what I mean? They've never been in a situation where, like, yo, 50 Tottenham boys have come to their area on bikes and they seen the whole road filled up. It's like that scene out of fucking The Lion King, yeah, with the stampede, yeah. So yeah, a lot of these people that want to do these crazy adventures and that, you ain't had no excitement in your life, man. You ain't had nothing bad happen to you. Do you recommend working 7 days a week at 18 years old? Yeah, you're young. You got energy. Let me tell you something right now. Yeah, there's 18-year-olds. Yeah, you can. I mean, there's men who are big man right now that could have told you when they were 18, they would work 4 or 5 days. They would work 5 days a week, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday they will party, get up after 4 hours sleep, and go to work and that. How can a man? How can a man say, Jay Wise, I heard that you was mixed race once. Do I look mixed race? Obviously, I'm not. You know, it's crazy that I'm saying this. I'm not actually 100% black. You know, yeah. Like before, I'll say yeah, man, like 95% black. Nah, I'm not even that. You know, I'm actually like 86% black. Getting technical. So yeah, I'm not even 100% black. And to be fair, I'm not even that dark. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I like if you've got if you've got light skin, medium, and dark, I'm in between light skin and medium. I'm not even dark. I'm actually quite light, like, because there's certain parts of my body that are not tanned. And like, yo, I'm like almost the same color as my mum. Like, my mum's light skin. But yeah, man, I'm not 100% black, man. I'm only 86% black. I definitely would never call myself mixed race. No way. I'm a black man. Obviously, my skin isn't black. Like, I do know a guy. Like, I remember there was an older man. He was a yardie as well. He lived on the other side of my estate. Like, this guy, he was dark. Like, he was actually black. Me and you watching this right now, if you look anything like me, we're not black. We're just pretending. This guy was actually black. Dark, boy. Never see a man that, boy. Make me look white, bro. To be fair, I've seen some real life night benders. Yeah. Trust me. I remember I released a video last night this morning at 2 in the morning. I must have went to my other house to go sleep, yeah. So when I got back there, just 5 minutes around the corner, I was like, right, let me make a quick tea. Then I saw a video of this chick. There was a comment. This chick was saying, well, if men just was honest from the get-go and that, like, you know, they wouldn't be pulling the wool over our eyes. What was she saying? Something about men just lie on their CV. Yo, these chicks be dating these guys that shouldn't even be accepted for the fucking job. What are you talking about? They're lying on their CV. There's certain man right now, they're not allowed to be my friend. You're not high level enough. So we're not even going to be hanging around. I can speak to a man one time and know if this person's worthy of being my friend. How these chicks end up with these waste men, I don't understand. I don't understand. No, I do understand. I do understand. What I don't understand is how they're not able to override their feelings and that. That's what I don't understand. The hell would you want to be dating a fucking bum ass guy? Like I said in the end of that video, I said this for a long time. I said it last night. All women need to do is just ask themselves, this guy that I'm talking to, this guy that I'm dating, or my current boyfriend, if I had a son, would I want him to be like him? Forget about his personality. Forget about, oh, he ain't nice. Do you think I give a fuck if my son is nice to people? As long as my son ain't going around committing no heinous crimes, I don't give a fuck if my son has a nasty attitude. I want my son to be a winner. I don't give a damn about his attitude. So, yeah, you know, a man might not have a nice attitude in that, but yo, as long as he's winning, I don't give a damn, man. So chicks watching this right now, yeah, you're chatting to a man. Ask yourself, would I want would I want my son to go out to be like this man? If the answer is no, then don't talk to him. Then ask yourself, would you want your daughter to date this man? Answer is no. Don't date him. A waste, man. JY's thoughts on strikes today in London was a mazza. I mean, I don't know, innit? There was a guy from my area, one of the man them still. Big up Mad Chris. Press one in the chat if you heard of Mad Chris from N9. He must have hit me up. And yeah, he was talking about how the tube strikes are nuts. And obviously, I don't take tube and that's, I don't know it, but it's crazy. Obviously, I don't know where he's traveling from, but he's traveling far and that. Train drivers earn 75k, you only work 4 days. Yeah, only in countries like England will you have a fucking tube or train driver striking. Only in the West, countries like England, Australia, Canada, Germany, and that. Only those sorts of countries you will have people, or Australia, you have people striking. You got it too easy. Fucking bin men striking. Oh, I'm not getting paid enough. Yo, you are a bin man. You should be on minimum wage, £12 an hour. What more do you want? If you want it better, you should have studied in class. The entitlement of people. You got electricians and that think that they should be earning 80 grand a year. Why? That's what doctors should be earning. So you think that you should be earning the same as a doctor? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Look at this person. Yeah, why not? Oh, you're a fucking bin man, bro. Why not? Who decides value? Education decides value. Would you rather pay a mechanic that has no qualifications to do the same job as opposed to a mechanic that has all the qualifications? I'd rather pay the mechanic that has all the qualifications rather than some guy that's just picked up mechanics because him and his brothers used to teeth a few motorbikes back in the day and they've learned a bit. Let me make a tea. Is the kettle loud in the background? He said, bro's gone for a tea break. Yeah, why not? We got a man like Lewis, Exponential. I knew it. I knew he was gonna say that. Where's my book? Fam, you need to take it up with Every or whatever the company is, because I sent you the book. I just find so let me just tell you about this little story. Yeah. So basically, this guy's bought this book allegedly. Yeah. So well, yeah, he bought the book. I sent it to him, and he's saying that the book was not in the parcel that was sent to him. Now, the parcel that I sent to him was white. He made a video saying, "Oh, I got scammed and that," and he showed it to me. Yeah, because apparently he must have made the video and sent it to his friend. Yeah. So he's saying that he got scammed and that. But yo, the parcel that I sent to him was white. It was in white packaging. He showed me a parcel in this video that had black packaging on it. How can that be? The one I sent him was in white, was white. Like, why would it be black? So I don't know what the fuck's going on. He said, bro, he's trying to do the refund method with people from TikTok. Oh, is it? Don't say what book. No, I got a book. I mean, someone else bought the book. Yeah. A couple of days ago, I need to dispatch it. When I dispatch it, they will get the book. Yeah. Nothing's going to happen to it. All right. Tea time. I'll be back in a sec. Running out of sugar. I was literally scraping the bottom of the fucking sugar jar out, where. So Jimmy Bradshaw said, explain the title of the video. So he basically asked me to explain the title of the live stream. And the title of the live stream is Do What Is Hard. In life, if you do what is easy, guess what's going to happen? You're just going to have some easy, mediocre results. Do you know why most people are not successful? Do you know why most people can never afford to buy a Ferrari or live in a mansion? It's not because it's easy. If it was easy, everyone would have it, and you wouldn't even want to have it. The reason why most people will never, 99.9% people will never be able to afford to drive a Ferrari or live in a big mansion and that is because it's hard. And if you know anything about human beings, they take the path of least resistance because they're lazy. No one wants to fucking work because they're not willing to do what is hard. They do what is easy. See, it's easy to just work a 9 to 5 and do your 40 hours a week. I mean, you know, there's some people that think 9 to 5, 40 hours a week is hard, you know. Well, I'm telling you what is hard. Doing 70 hours a week. Yeah, that's hard. Yeah. But guess what? I was one of those people that do 70 hours a week and look, sitting on 6 properties. Not because I've done 70 hour weeks, you know, for 5 years straight. No. But I was still prepared to do it for a period of my life and that. And sometimes that's all it takes, you know. Just doing them 70 hour weeks for 4 or 5 months straight. Yo, that 4 or 5 months, that can set you up for the next 20 years of your life. Just doing, you know, 4 months work. So obviously that 4 months work is not going to be the be all and end all on that, but that could just be like the seeds that you plant. Look at me, yeah. In the last 5 years, I've bought 6 properties. Yeah. So from 2021 to 2025, 4 years, call it, I bought 5 properties because the first property that I bought was in 2017, so I'm not even counting that. In the last 4 years, I bought 5 properties and that. That concentrated bit of hard work, yo, that has set me up now. I literally don't even need to do nothing. I could not do nothing. I could just work a little 9 to 5 and just plod along, coast along through life, and I'm set up to the day, yeah, they even want to say it, you understand? Because I was willing to put in work for, you know, 5 to 10 years. That 1 decade of hard work can set you up for the next 40 years of your life. That 1 decade of hard work can set up your bloodline for future generations. What is that flag? This Ida person or Ida or something like that. 225. Is that a country flag? Yo, Jay Wise, when was your pretty boy phase? Today? What do you mean was? What do you mean was, blood? Nah, I say. Obviously, you know what, yeah? We will go through phases where we look a bit better. There's times where I can look back on certain videos like 4 years ago, I'm like, yeah. And then look back on certain videos 2 years ago, I'm like, no. And then look back on a couple of videos a few weeks back, I'm like, yeah. So it just depends, obviously, your haircut and that. And you know. How much have you spent on deposits in total? Ooh. Where's my? Right, let's do some maths now. So 13,600. That's the first deposit. Then the next one was. The one after that was. It's 130 divided by 2, 65. What's half of 65? 32.5, yeah, so 32 and a half. And then what was the last one? Right. So I'm just working out how much I've spent on deposit. This is for 6 properties, yeah? So 5, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 4, 7, 10, 11. Nah, there's no way. There's no way I've spent 138,100 on property deposits. There's no way. Let me redo that. There's no way. Let me do it the simple way. 1 sec. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 1, 2, 7, 10. I need a calculator for this. One second. There's no way I've spent £138,000 on property deposits. I mean, to be fair, if it's 6 properties, like that sounds about right, though. But let me trust myself still. Yeah, do you know what? Oh, the backside. Shit, I was actually right the first time, 38,100. I've put down £38,000 on property deposits over the last, 8 years or whatever. And what would other people have done with that £138,000 that they put down in property deposits? Complete nonsense. Cars, clothes, watches, none of which is going to appreciate in value. They got Miss 528 with the £2 super chat. Bunning yet working, earning good money, still acceptable. No, because that time that you're smoking and getting high, you're actually getting yourself down. Nah, man. Stop the bunning, man. You could be using that time to be productive. You want high caliber friends? Listen, I will not be friends with no one that buns. No. So if you look at me like, yeah, I'd love to be friends with a man like Jay. I wouldn't be your friend. I wouldn't be your friend. Let me tell you something right now. If you play video games, I won't be your friend. There's no man, yeah, Listen, if I've got people who consider themselves to be my friend right now, yeah, who play video games, ask yourself, when was the last time Jay come to visit me? When was the last time Jay come to visit me? Anyone that considers themselves to be my friend, ask yourself, when was the last time Jay to come visit me? When was the last time Jay came down to come visit me? I'm waiting. I don't hang around people that play video games. Nah, I only hang around with men who are productive. And trust me, I meet people, you know, like, yo, I could be friends with this guy and that. But I think to myself, nah, man. Like, I remember I met one new. He's the same age as me. Yeah, you know, you don't really meet people your age and that. I'm talking about like me and him was in the same school. Yeah, we didn't go to the same school. He's from like West London. I'm from North London. But we're the same age. We're in the same school year. We're even born the same year, 1992. It's cool. I met him up in Northampton, black brother. He's from West London. Cool. Like, you know, he was on the streets as well and that, just like, man. So I said to him, like, oh, I don't even know anyone around here, you know. Like, what you saying? One day you want to link up and go play pool and that? He was like, yeah. Boom, exchange numbers and that. Cool. I must have hit him up a few weeks later. Like, yo, you want? I mean, I was umming and ahhing about it. I was like, this guy lives in a council flat. I'm like, you know, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. I hit him up. He didn't respond back to me straight away, like a couple of days or whatever in it. And in that time, I was like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have hit him up. Then he actually got back to me like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be available this Friday, innit? But like, what, next Friday you're gonna be free in that? And then I'd never just got back to him. Never got back to him. I'm thinking myself like, yo, this guy lives in a council house. Me and you are the same age. Why have you not got nothing that's close to what I've got? Even if you ain't got properties and that, why you ain't got no thriving business? Why are you just an average Joe that just works a 9 to 5 and that? So, nah, I've met other guys like, yo, I see them as like, you know, on a personality level, I see man as like a bit like an equal, you understand? But then you live in a council flat and you play video games. No, we're not equal. We're not equal. Like I can see certain man, and like, yeah, I can see this person as an equal to man. You understand? Yeah. But you play video games. You live in a council flat. Now we're not equals, rude boy. So therefore, I'm not going to be your friend. I don't need any friends. You see, when you get to a certain level on that, yeah, like yo, when you get to a certain level, you think to yourself, right, is this person going to be an asset to my life, or is this person going to be like a liability and that? When you're at the bottom, well, you are a liability. So therefore, no one else can be a liability to you. You just see them as the same as you. So you don't think of like, oh, is this person even worth having in my life? You think to yourself, I'm happy to have this person in my life. I'm happy to have one extra person in my life. Someone come in the chat saying, hey, are you a man or a girl? Well, about hey. Exactly. Look at this person. Look what this person said. Too busy working. There's no time for games and useless people around them. Yeah. When you're busy, yeah, when you're working 14-hour days and that, you ain't got time to be playing video games. You ain't got time to be chatting to a man that plays video games. Someone had to drop people out, and I remember, yeah, like you get me. Man's had to drop a man out and that, and you know, he must have phoned me because he heard me making a video, and it sounded like I was talking about him and that. Obviously, I didn't mention his name, and yeah, I was talking about him, yeah. And I said to him, the reason why I'm not even chatting to you, I don't even bother with you no more. It's because, yo, over the last 10 years, you have not progressed. You've been in the same position that I met you in 10 years ago and that. Here a man to me, because I said to him, like, yo, you're still living in a council house. You ain't made no progress in 10 years. He's like, listen, I live in London. I'm not buying no property in the middle of nowhere, like in a place like Northampton and that. Oh, so you want to, I know, you bun Northampton 100 times, yeah? But what I'm saying is, you want to mock it and say, oh, I'm not buying a house in the middle of nowhere. Well, then stay in your house in London then and own nothing. I will be up in Northampton and own a lot. You stay in London and own nothing then. No problem. I live in London. I'm not buying a house in the middle of nowhere. Well, stay in your council house then, Brokey. Agree. Have many close friends that bond have to drop them off, drop them out. Yeah. Big up man like Dosa David. Yeah, man. When you start to evolve and that, you just think to yourself, look, I don't expect everyone to run at the same speed as me. There are people that are going to run faster than me. There are going to be people that run slower than me. We're not all equal, but I still expect the same level of effort. There's no way that you would be able to run at the same speed as me, or there's no way you're going to be able to put in the same effort as me if you still play video games and you watch Miami the Kid vlogs. No way. Impossible. You're still watching Moolah Juice and crackhead Mad Unks. Come on, man. Sounds like how to raise girls. Don't get it twisted. I follow little TikTok videos and that, like TikTok accounts where all the guys do is go around chatting to gal and that. Listen, every man likes to see another man move to a gal and that. You get me? I respect it and that. But yo, I'm not watching Miami the Kid's lifestyle vlogs. The fuck, man? You mad? No. The only Miami the Kid video I watched is that one with that 100 out of 10 mix race girl. Yeah, you know the video I'm talking about. She ain't looking like that now. She's still up there. Now she's only a 10, but in that video she was 100 out of 10. This was a few years ago, and that probably 3-4 years ago. But if you lot have seen Miami the Kids vlogs and that, there was one mix race thing that was in his video. I don't even know who the girl is, but yeah, it's probably his most viewed video. And I said, why you acting like you don't watch Moolah Juice and Mad Unks on your Saturdays off? Nah, come on, man. Respect me, man. I watch the Tate Brothers. Yeah, I'm watching fucking Moolah Juice and Mad Unks. Would you ever invest in stocks or just property? I mean, I'm just into the property thing, man. I want to make 10K a month by 30. I mean, it's easily doable, man. You got enough passive income or multiple streams of income and that easily. Jay, do you think they will bring what? NI on rental income? What? Do you think they will bring in NI on rental income? What do you mean? What national? What's NI? National insurance. The customer the other day earning 900 a day, yeah. Yeah, they're making people pay national insurance on rental income now. Yeah, but I don't understand. Like, so what's happening then? Give me some figures for an example. I said, talking about I need to invest in Dubai. I ain't not investing in Dubai. What, a place where they want to lock up a young girl just because she had like a gram of whatever in that? They want to give her a life sentence. Are you mad? Free the girl, man. Fucking hell, blood. Make her do a sentence over here in the UK, man. One story that did piss me off, boy. You know that story with the Ukrainian woman? I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with people? I am not putting hands on nobody that has not pissed me off. You know, like, if it was a situation where she pissed off a maniac, then boy, you know, like I say, yeah, about these Northampton people, they need to watch who they're getting on the wrong side of and that. But like, yo, if you're just minding your own business, yo, obviously pissing off someone for them to fly off the handle and do that is just next level maniac mode. What I'm saying is like, yo, even though a man took it 100 levels too far, like you can see why, like, you know, but there was no provoking. How can you just be sitting there on a bus and someone gonna do that to you? Mad man, blood. Even there was one guy one time, another person that looks like me. This guy got in this woman's Uber in America. He was ballied up, yeah. You know, she's trying to make conversation with him, and I think she clocked, yeah, there's something not right about this guy because he just did not want to talk, yeah. Cool. Next thing you know, my man's pulled out something. He's like, yo, just keep driving. Made her drive into some forest. Now, instead of just, you get me, running off with a little money, you get me, yeah, getting away with the car, making her having to walk home. Now some children are going to be growing up without a mother. Why did you feel you needed to do that? Like, these people don't think. Don't you think this person has family? Like, yo, if you really want to, yeah, just punch something up. Get me, just box something up. You know what I mean, innit? At least people still gonna be able to go home that day. Yeah, it might hurt for a few days and that. Yo, just rob them, man. Let them live. Let them live to see another day, man. You're gonna take away someone's. Remember, these people got family, you know. The girl on the fucking the bus was probably, I don't know, going home, going to meet up with a friend, something. Nah, she ain't gonna be able to live the rest of her life because she sat in front of the wrong person. Imagine that you wasn't in a place that you shouldn't have been in. Nah, you just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, the right place at the wrong time, because you should be able to ride fucking public transport without getting dipped up. Unbelievable. Right, coming off in that 5-10 minutes. Still got paperwork to do. Do you refinance your properties? I mean, I have refinanced one of them. Okay, so Lewis is saying the same. You pay on earned employment income. You pay on rental income. Oh, okay. Someone said thoughts on LGBTQ. You want me to get banned? I can tell this live on YouTube is going to be shit for future content because the way I'm seeing this chick, yeah, jittery and that, yo, I ain't gonna be able to cut none of them videos. Jay, a guy on Saturday broke his leg. First thing he said is, "How am I going to pay my mortgage?" Yeah, you need like, was it income protection or something like that? What is, well, I know what the T means. What does the Q mean? Someone like in the LGBT, what is the Q? Oh, okay. I thought so, but like, to be fair, I don't even know what that word means. Because I thought queer just means gay. But there's already a G in it. Jay Wise, do you reckon you can do the same success over the States? Of course. I mean, it's probably easier in America. I'm hearing it's a lot more easier to be successful in America. Now, obviously, that's not an excuse to not be successful in the UK, because it's a lot easier in the UK than it is in any other, like, Africa or Eastern Europe and that. That's why a lot of Africans and Eastern Europeans are here, because it's easier. There's a lot of work in this country. The problem is no one wants to fucking do it. Lazy. Motherfuckers want to charge £28 per hour to do cleaning. Are you fucking stupid? 25 pounds per hour to clean. Man, get the hell out of here. Remember there's one chick, yeah? Obviously, I put a post, like an ad on Facebook and that, like, oh, I need a cleaner and that. One chick must have hit me up saying that, yeah, I charge, I can do the clean in 3 hours, yeah? And, I'll be charging £25 per hour. And then she was like, to do a clean like that, it's going to be 3 hours. Like, you're going to have to pay for 3 hours, but it'll be 2 of us. So 3 hours, there's 2 of us, and you need to pay £25 per hour. So I was like, oh, okay. Does that mean that, I pay the £25 per hour for 2 of you? And she was like, no, you pay the £25 per hour for each of us per hour. Yeah. So basically £50 per hour. I was like, nah. I don't know it. Like, this girl looked like a glam girl. Yeah. So, because obviously I was talking to her on Facebook and that. She's probably one of them chicks, drives fucking Range Rover and that. And I've got my stupid little cleaning business on the side. So I feel like, because I'm a pretty girl, I'm some glam girl, that she feels like her standard of cleaning is so much better. It's almost like you're paying her for her beauty or something like that. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Maybe she can get away with charging £25 per hour because she's a glam girl. Them fucking dirty old rich men and that, they don't mind paying it because they just want to be in the presence of a fucking glam girl. Because trust me, Smex sales, yeah? Let me tell you something right now. If Megan Fox wanted to be a cleaner, yo, she could be charging some mad money. Forget that she's Megan Fox. Imagine her name was Charlotte, yeah? If she was a cleaner, do you know how much rich guys would pay her to clean their house? Because they understand, I mean, it's a stupid way to go about it, but they're like, oh, well, if she's in my house, then I get opportunity to speak to her. And on a long enough time scale, maybe after 4 years, she may give me a chance. Why do you think that Sadia Khan chick was able to charge men £6,000 per hour? I guarantee you, I promise you, if she was £400, had a mold with trees growing out of it, and she stank of fucking piss, I guarantee you, she would not be able to charge £6,000. I guarantee you, nobody would pay her. But because obviously, put some respect still, you know, to me, Sadia Khan was full of shit from day one anyway. I called it a long time ago. I just didn't make no videos about it. But because I even Googled one time, yeah, to see like if she was really actually a psychologist, because I knew like I thought she was full of shit, yeah. But besides whether she's full of shit or not, she's still pretty, so it doesn't matter, yeah. I mean, I'm an objective person. Whether I like somebody or not, whether I think someone's full of shit or not, if someone's pretty, someone's pretty. Yeah, end of story. You know? So the only reason why Sadia Khan can charge that much is because of the way she looks. That's it. If she was, I guarantee you, Whoopi Goldberg could not even get away with charging that much. No way. No way. Whoopi Goldberg. Man, if she ever tried to charge me $6, I'll whoop her fucking ass, man. Yeah? Dare you. But yeah, she would, yeah, that's why she was able to charge them mad money there, because of the way she looks. Shit blowjob, as per Andrew Tate. That's mad. What would you change minimum wage to? Yeah, probably, because minimum wage now, if you do enough hours, it's like 25 grand a year. I remember when people kind of thought, you know, 25 grand a year was like the average wage, national average. I need some water, man. I'm feeling dehydrated. Use better Lil Durk or YB. Bro, I don't even know what they look like, you know. Yeah, don't ask me about no new rappers. Ask me about Styles P. Yeah? They got man like Styles P. The reason why, like, Styles P is one of the best rappers ever. But the reason why Styles P never blew up is because his music only appeals to one demographic. Hood ninjas. The reason why Jadakiss will appeal to more than Styles P is because Jadakiss's music will appeal to women as well as men. Styles P does not appeal to women. Furthermore, if a chick told me, like, listen, before Nadia met me, she didn't know who Styles P was. Yeah. Imagine like I met a girl and she told me, like, I said, who's your favorite rapper? She's like, yeah, you know what? The only person I listen to and I can listen to them all day long is Styles P. I'll be like, eh? You listen to Styles P? That's what man them listen to. What are you talking about? You listen to Styles P and that. So that's why Styles P was never able to blow up and that, because his music only appealed to one set of people. Man and ninja man them. Yeah? And if you know anything about ninjas, they don't buy your music. They will play it, but it's because they've streamed it illegally off of YouTube. They've downloaded it illegally off of YouTube. Which is worse, banning or video games? Obviously, banning is worse than video games, man. Because at least with video games, you're completing something. Banning, you're not completing nothing. You never get to the end. There's always a new zoo to roll up and light and smoke. saw you running Eddie the other month still. I mean, that could be a lie. Where did you see me? Because I talk about I go running in Edmonton. So obviously you can say, oh, I saw you running in Edmonton. Yeah, of course you did. I told you I would go running. That's like Heady One. Someone mentioned Heady One. That's like Heady One doing a live stream. And then someone said, yeah, I saw you in Broadwater Farm the other day. Well, of course, he's always in Broadwater Farm. Tell me what road you I said Asda. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I guess so. I dare you to run through Tottenham Broadwater Farm, you won't. Okay. Is that a challenge, yeah? Maybe stay tuned. Do you reckon by 2035 it will be very difficult to go from poor to rich? Nope. Nope. It's only difficult if you're not willing to put in the work. That's it. It's difficult if you think it's difficult. I said, bro, we're struggling. Yo, I dare you to come on a run with me. Ah, now he's chatting shit. I saw you doing bench press with the Asda trolley. Chatting shit. I'm talking about, bro, we're struggling. I dare you to come running with me. Right, coming off in 5 minutes, 2 minutes. So man was out of breath. It's a rage bait, it's crazy, yeah. How many spiders have you had? Probably 4, not too many. Yeah, I ain't really had too many. Yeah, I ain't really had too many. Spider proofed. You know that? You know when someone said they spider proof their house, that means that they've taped up their windows, boy. Probably putting all fucking, was it them stupid that conkers by the window thinking that's gonna stop spiders. Man, them spiders will fucking push them over. The motherfucking spider, you know, like when you see them basketball players and that they spin the ball on their finger. That's what a fucking spider will do with the fucking conkers and that. Yeah? Don't play with these spiders, you know, about you putting conkers on the fucking window, so thinking that's gonna stop the spider. Spider will fucking get the conker and be dribbling and that in between his legs like it's a fucking basketball. About that will spin that shit, motherfucker. Yeah, but you think spider conkers will stop spiders from coming in? Like there aren't spiders crawling all over conker trees. The hell? The only way to stop a spider is get your fucking slipper. Yeah. What do I use? Yeah, I use a slipper. Obviously, if there's one high up on the ceiling, I got a broomstick, like you know, a broom. Man said I will stop bunning today. As of today, taking your advice. Yo, it shouldn't need. Listen, that means you ain't been watching my videos. I mean, you have, but you ain't been watching. You're watching, but you ain't listening. Because it shouldn't take for a live stream for me to say to stop bunning weed for you to stop bunning weed. I mean, this is something that I talk about in a lot of my videos. So it shouldn't be. I mean, today's better than tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I mean, well, today is tomorrow. It's fucking 10 p.m. It's 10 past 10 p.m. So it's basically tomorrow is today, basically. But yeah, no, I don't let the spiders go. Once you come in here, this is a giant graveyard for you, my friend. Is bunning a cultural thing in Jamaica? Yeah, pretty much. So I must not be Jamaican because I'm not getting involved in that nonsense. I'm too smart. I'm too on point. I've got too much things to do to be being intoxicated. I'm not a fool. I said new phone. Yeah. Do you drink? Nope. Never drank. Never will. Right. I'm done now. Stay tuned for the next one next week. Yeah. Right, you man. I'm off. Stay away. I've done.